the House. This is a live broadcast public announcement from the United States Private Enterprise Free State in on the check on, giving you what you need right now. So, you see, the topic today is status correction and executorship. Now, my people, first of all, big up to all my executors in the house. Big up to all my executors who have done the paperwork. For real, for real. Give yourselves a pat on the back, a big up, up, up. Put the blunts down because you don't need the blunt. The blunt is only going to slow your pace and take you out of the now. You need to be in the now to make it happen, my people. So basically, you know, are executors considered an enemy of the state? Well, is it yes or is the answer no? Well, guess what, my people? The answer is no. Executors are not considered an enemy of the state. In fact, it's the opposite. An executor is a lawful fiduciary recognized by the state of the courts, not an adversary. Executors operate within the legal system to administer estates according to the law. The law, LAW, land, air, water. Okay? Now, executors are created and governed by probate law, trust law, and surrogate court statutes. Courts appoint, recognize, and supervise executors. Government agencies, IRS, SSA, courts regularly deal with executors. An enemy of the state would not be granted standing, authority, or recognition in courts. So whoever told you that the executor, is lethal to the system is a liar, straight up. They are not an enemy of the state. Who is an enemy of the state would be the ens legis, because the ens legis cannot speak or talk for themselves. Big up to all my people in the house. Big up to all my executors in the house. Now, an enemy of the state would not be granted standing, authority, or recognition in courts. So it is best, my people, to be the executor of your estate. You govern your own estate. You are not an enemy of the state when you are the executor over the estate. Now, executors marshal assets, pay lawful debts and taxes, protect beneficiaries, close estates properly. Now, the functions support public order. You're bringing public order to chaos when you become the executor of your estate. You are bringing public order, commerce, and taxation. Executors do not undermine them. Executors stand over the estate and govern the estate, administer the estate properly. Now, this confusion usually comes from procedural friction, not hostility. Executors challenge improper claims. Executors assert fiduciary priority over agencies. Executors demand proof of accounting and jurisdiction. That is why when you walk into the courtroom, you must be the executor over the proof, over the accounting, and over the jurisdiction. Therefore, the case is dismissed. Because if you're not the executor, then the court officer, the judge, is the executor. The lawyer is the executor, not you. And that is why you fall under their jurisdiction of rules and regulations and end up in jail. Now, executors operate in equity, not administrative convenience. Nothing is convenient when you take the executor's seat and office. There's no more convenience. It's law, land, air, water, law. So, an executor asserts boundaries. Agencies may resist, but that is not the same as being an enemy. They resist because they have always presumed that you were dead and lost at sea. That is why you must take your seat on your throne as the executor, command and steer the ship, the vessel, the Insligis. You control the Insligis. You manage the Insligis. You walk into court. I represent that name. I represent that estate. I am the executor for that estate, for this estate. So therefore, the judge automatically has to remove himself from the case and the bench because he can no longer govern the estate of the case they brought into court when the executor stands before as a living man or woman. Now, executors are legally defined as fiduciaries, personal representatives, trustees in function, officers of the court, representatives of the estate, officers of the court. You, when you walk into that jurisdiction, if you are summoned to come in, you come in as the executor with your paperwork, with your proof of publishing, with your DBAs, and all the paperwork that you have put on the record as executor. So, if you need help with that, 407 300 5377. Get with the United States Private Enterprise Free State, and we can help you with that paperwork, patch up those holes, get you into that executive seat, and start controlling your ship. Start controlling your vessel. Take ownership. You own it, you control it, you're everything. Now, it is important, that, the state may resist improper filings, you know, frivolous filings, y'all, IRS frivolous filings, unsupported claims. You haven't supported your claim right or filed the claim right, used the proper paperwork, non-confirming documents. You don't have the right documents on file. You don't have the right title on file, the right signatures on file, jurisdictional defects. You're not in the right jurisdictions. It's a lot of things that you have to start to change and correct. That is why this is status correction and executorship, because the status correction is you, the executor. If you're not the executor, your status has not been corrected because the executor commands and controls the vessel, controls the inlegis, controls the estate. That's the whole thing, my people. That's what you truly must understand about executorship. Now, executors run into trouble only when they're acting outside of statutory authority, claiming powers without court recognition, meaning descent tort claim, a descent tort, which means that you're acting and trying to, control an estate that you have no authority controlling, no paperwork, nothing like that. Now, claiming powers without court recognition, mixing private theories with public filings, failing to separate personal versus fiduciary capacity. So, my people, executors are not enemies of the state. They are recognized fiduciaries operating under law, land, air, water. Even when they firmly assert rights, demand accountability, or protect estates from overreach. And overreach is a descent tort. Straight up, my people. Get with the United States private enterprise free state. Learn this executorship. We are giving you the class with all the templates, all the laws. The class is only $75. It's a 2-hour class, my people. You're getting the templates with all the laws, everything. Okay? Now, we will definitely show you how the courts explicitly define executor status. We're going to explain why executors sometimes face resistance from agencies. We're going to help you frame executor language so it says clearly within your recognized authority. We're going to do this plus a whole lot more in the class, my people. So, a lot of people right now, y'all got to get down with the law. The law is land, air, water, sea. So when you understand land, air, water, and sea, my people, then you're going to understand what executorship is really all about. Now, you know, along with that executorship in this class, we're giving you everything you need, the UCCs, everything. We're giving you all of the bill in equity, everything that you need, down to all your affidavits, all the templates, everything for $75. It's a private class and it's just $75. You can cash app $ capital R, lowercase UBIE, capital W, lowercase ILKIE. So that's $RUBIE WILKIE. Cash App that $75 donation. Get into this class. You give us a call at 407-300-5377. It's a private class. No one else is in your business. So basically, we help you with the whole process of status correction. Status correction is executorship. That's the bottom line, my people. Okay? You want to get down with this? You got to give us a call. This is serious. I'm already the executor over my estate. Okay? I'm there already. I'm doing what I have to do for the estate. So, you know, we dealing with that, that bill in equity. You know what I'm saying? We give you all the laws with that bill in equity that comes with the class. So, no one is left behind. You will see the light of executorship after taking this class with the United States Private Enterprise Free State. Big up high to AISHU 9361. Big up high. Big up to RAJNARESANOVIC. Big up high. Peace. Stay up, my brother or sister. Big up to JENSEY Griffin. Hi. What's going on? Is that the Bible? Yeah. Executorship is straight out of the Bible, my people. Yeah. Yes. Executorship does come from the Bible. Big up to SAIMIN 712. Peace, King. Peace. Or Queen. Peace to NOHAHELMY. Peace. Hi. Big up to KIYAN Ellis. Peace, my people. Peace. Peace to Chinaman Hong Kong. You talking about Avatar, the last airbender? Hell no, nigga. I ain't talking about Avatar, but we can be the Avatar in this. We talking about executorship over here, my brother, but You are the avatar when you are the executor. You bend in the air. Hell yeah. Let's get with it. Big up to JARYDBRAY 4225. Big up. Peace, my people. Peace. Peace to JARYDBRAY. Peace. Peace to HILYWASALLLS. Peace. How you doing? And peace to Jeffrey BX11. Peace. Brew. Everybody can do it for free. Why are you paying for nonsense? Let me tell you something. Sometimes it's best to pay. Free ain't the real way, because I'm giving it to you hands down. I'm already the executor. I'm already making it happen for myself and my estate. Okay. You walk in court, you walk out court. Okay. You will stop all of that police activity around you, driving, walking, living, whatever. That's what the executor is there for. The executor manages the estate. The estate is you, the aura. Everything about you is your estate. The land is your estate. The hospital where you were born is your estate. They house the estate papers. The registrar, my people. The registrar. Okay? Look, it's a lot that goes on with this estate. So, people do have a lot of questions, and you're going to get some negative people up in here like Jeffrey BX11. You can stop with the negativity. If you don't have the money to pay, my nigga, then you need to say, at the moment, I don't have the money to cover the fee for the class, but you are doing a great work. But no, you have to be negative with that bullshit. So, sit your ass out and go find it out for your goddamn self, nigga. Anyway, let's get back to the real, my people. Basically, you want to be the executor, straight up. There's no office higher than the executor's office, all right? Now, I am authorized to issue, register, and administer general obligation bonds and executor obligation bonds for the estate purposes. You know what I'm saying? That's what executors do. They are authorized to issue, register, and administer general obligation bonds and executor obligation bonds for the estate purposes, meaning to pay off the debts of the estate, to issue out money for the beneficiaries. You may have to pay debts off for beneficiaries because they're in the estate. If they're a part of the estate and the trust, then they're property of the trust. They're the res of the trust. So, my people, the estate holds equitable and beneficial interests in all property, accounts, instruments, credits, and chooses an action associated with the name, the all caps name. That's the estate. It has an estate number. It's on the BC. Who else signed your BC? Your mother didn't sign the BC. Do you see her signature there? The only one that has signed that BC was the registrar and the doctor. That's it. So they own a part of that estate. But once you come in as the executor, now you can go back and claim all that they have torted from the estate. Straight up. Now you have to accept the fiduciary responsibility for the estate and all derivative interests. So you must learn all this paperwork that goes along with being the executor of the estate. Let me get some ones for all of the people that's down with this. Let me get some more thumbs up Let me get some likes in here. Let me get some nines if you feeling me. Yo, what's up, my people? You know, people want to come in. Yeah, I'm glad that y'all all saying hi. But let's get some interaction going inside the chat right now. Thank you for that thumbs up. Let's get some more thumbs up in here. Can I get some nines in the chat, my people? Come on. You know what I'm saying? You are the living woman. You are the living man, the duly declared executor of the estate. What is your name? The duly declared executor of John Doe Estate. You are the estate. You are the executor. Step into your executorhood. It's your hood, my people. It's your aura. It's your world. It's all you. No one has the right to stand over any man or woman. You govern yourself. You must wake up. The system has done you wrong for eons. Who knows how long? But the Caucasian has not been alive maybe for some say 800 years. I say fucking 500 years because copper tone people have been around for eons. We are the most ancientest people on the planet. We are the rainbow serpent people. We are the rainbow serpent kingdom and queendom. We are the Aida Weedos of the planet, my people. We are the serpents. We are the snake people. Why do you think that the Egyptians wore the serpent on the crown of their head? Because they knew they were the serpent king and queendom. That is serpent energy, my people. We are the rainbow people. The rainbow people ain't gay people or whatever people that they gave the rainbow flag to. The rainbow flag comes from the serpent god, from the serpent king and queen. Queen Aida Weedo of the serpent rainbow queendom. And then there's the serpent king. Okay? Do you want to know who the serpent king is, my people? You know, it's so much that you don't know of why you're not the executor over your estate. You know what I'm saying? Basically, let's get into it. Let's get into who the serpent people really were. You want to know who the serpent people were? Okay. We're going to tell you about the serpent people. Okay. And basically, my people, it's called the Royal Snake Queendom and the Royal Snake Kingdom. Now, I'm going to clarify this, okay? Highest Royal Snake Kingdom, Queendom. Mythical or spiritual serpent kingdoms like Naga realms, serpent royalty in mythology. A symbolic metaphysical queendom, as in divine feminine serpent power or kundalini energy. A real world ancient civilization associated with serpent royalty like Egypt with the Uraeus, Cobra, or the Mayans with Quetzalcoatl. I don't know how to pronounce that one. It's really a lot. I need to hear it again. But Quetzalcoatl. It's spelled Quetzalcoatl. Now, my people, rainbow snakes. When you see that rainbow, think of the rainbow snakes. Think of the kingdom and queendom of the rainbow serpents. That's the real rainbow. That's the flag. When they introduced that flag and said, now the serpent, the gay people have rights, they were really talking about the serpent people, the ancient serpent people, which were the copper tone people. That's our flag. Like so, The six-pointed star that the Jews use, that's our flag. It's ancient. Anybody can use it when you wake up to the knowledge. Now, back to the rainbow king and queendom. We're entering the realm of ancient creation, mythology of cosmic serpent power found across many world traditions. Okay? The rainbow snake, the serpent, the great mother serpent, the dreamtime creator, the keeper of water and life. Okay, in some traditions, a pair, male and female serpents intertwined in internal balance. So when you look at the caduceus, the health, that's a female snake and a male snake wrapped around the caduceus, a copper or a crystal, because that's what you are. You're copper, you're crystal, you're everything from the earth, the soil, the land, air, water. Remember that law. Now, the rainbow snake originates in Aboriginal Australia. Original. AB, O for the blood type, because O is the most ancient blood type, my people, original. We were the original people, always have been the original people. Now, Australia was probably it's part of a whole landmass. You know what I'm saying? And that whole landmass, Tamari, okay? Now, its essence appears globally, a universal archetype of divine serpent power. In Aboriginal Dreamtime, the rainbow serpent carved rivers, mountains, and valleys as it slithered across the earth, bringing fertility, water, and laws for the people. It's both creator and destroyer, a royal divine being ensuring balance between heaven, earth, and the underworld. Okay? In Africa, the rainbow serpent is mirrored in Dambali. So the rainbow serpent for the male is Damballa, Damballa, voodoo. The sky serpent who created life, his partner, Aida Wedo, Ayida, Wedo, Wedo. The rainbow serpent goddess is the queen of the sky and waters, symbolizing divine union. Nut, when she stretches her hands over the earth. That was the serpent. That was Aida Wedo. It's all the same. It's all the same, my people. In Egypt, the cobra, the Wadjet, Wadjet, the cobra was a serpent, a Wadjet, which was on the Uraeus. A serpent goddess and protector of the pharaohs represents the royal Kundalini force, the crowned serpent rising to awaken divine rule. Executorship. Think of it all as executorship, my people. Now, the highest royal snake, the kingdom and the queendom of the rainbow veil or the serpent arc. Okay? Aida Wedo, the rainbow queen, divine feminine energy, the bridge between spirit and matter. Damballa, the white serpent king, pure consciousness, the masculine sky force. Together, they form the royal dual throne, the original divine union, the Uraeus, the caduceus, the wrapping of the serpent around each other, protection, my people. An intertwined rainbow serpent encircling a world egg, symbol of creation, eternity, and ascension. Ascension is what we're doing now. Executorship is the highest ascension to govern your estate. Seat of power. The sevenfold water throne representing the seven colors of the rainbow and the seven energy centers, chakras within the body, the full rise of Kundalini power. So the next time you see a rainbow in the sky, you think of the serpent queendom and the serpent kingdom. You think of Aida Weedo. When you see a rainbow, you know that we're crossing. The rainbow serpent, the divine feminine rising, reclaiming cosmic balance, the unification of heaven, light, and earth, matter through the serpent's arc, nut, stretching her arms to protect the whole earth and all her children in it. The unification of heaven, light, and earth, matter through the serpent's arc. The crown of sovereignty that appears when inner energy kundalini fully ascends and meets the divine mind, a state of spiritual royalty. So my people, you know, you got to really put yourself in the seat. The seat is executorship. The power is executorship. The proclamation is executorship. It's all about executorship. So when you wake up to it, my people, hello, Candy Corn, peace to Candy Corn, peace to Barry Canaster, peace. How y'all doing? Y'all got to get into this class. All these people that came in, y'all need to get into this class. This class is $75 for executorship. And executorship is the true status correction, my people. Executorship is your true status correction. So, you know, you're going to have general obligations as an executor, straight up, and that's the bottom line. So, what I'm going to leave my people with is 407 300 5377. You got to give the United States Private Enterprise Free State a call, my people. Get into this class because, it's a 2-hour class. It's a private class. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we teach. We teach it in private. 407 300 5377. Get into the class, my people. This is executorship. This is status correction. Status correction is becoming the executor of your estate. There is no higher seat than the executorship. Call 407 300 5377 and we will give you the class. It's a 2-hour class. It's $75. You're going to get all the templates for the class, all the laws for the class, everything that you need to be the executor for your estate. That's how we do it over here. You know what I'm saying? Give me some hi to everybody that's in the chat right now. Come one, come all, gather in. Executor class, executor class, executor class. Status correction is becoming the executor over your estate. Status correction is becoming the executor over your estate. We are giving a 2-hour class. The class is $75. You're going to get all your templates with this class. You're going to get all the laws that you're going to need for executorship. You're going to also get your bill in equity with this executorship class. So call 407 300 5377, my people. Get into this class. This is one of the most important classes that you will ever take in your whole entire life, because this is the class that puts you on the map, in the seat, steering the vessel, taking control of the ens legis. What is the ens legis? It is the res. It is the birth certificate. It is the property. It is the first document that is over you that can never be changed. That's why you have to control it. You can't remove it. They won't even allow you to remove your birth certificate from the record. You know what I'm saying? That's like removing your whole self out of the system, like you never existed. That's why we say if you're going to have babies, have them at home, get you a midwife and document your child into your Bible or however you want to document your child, But definitely, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to get yourself up into this class, because this class is the class that's putting you on the map. You know what I'm saying? We putting people on the map. I am already the executor over the estate. I'm already doing the paperwork, already have done the paperwork. My people, let's get with it. Let's wake up. Let's wake up now. Come on now. 407 300 5377. This is a 2-hour class. Executorship is your status correction. 407 300 5377. Sign up for this class now. It's a $75 class. And basically it comes with all the templates, all the laws, everything you need, plus your bill and equity. So, you know, you got to get with it, or you will forever have somebody governing and administering your estate, locking your black ass up and throwing your ass in jail, telling you what to do every day and every night, how you should wear your pants, how you should wear your hair, how you should dress. That's all they doing. Start governing your own estate. The Jews govern themselves. The Mormons govern themselves. A whole lot of other tribes govern themselves. They self-govern. Self-government means executorship. You have to be on the record to be the executor. You have to be recognized on the record. The record, where is the records held? You got to get into this class. You got to know this information. You got to be able to run it off. You got to be able to stand as the executor. You have to know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Law. Everything is based on the law, my people. LAW. Land, air, water. Land, air, water. Land, air, water. Straight up. If you're not on the land, then you're at the water. If you're not on the water, then you're somewhere in the air. Okay? Where are you based on your jurisdiction? Jurisdiction is land, air, water. Where is your jurisdiction? Are you an executor? Are you still the enlegist? Do you have rights? Or have you given up your rights? Have you waived your rights? What have you done? Have you done anything to the record? The record stands as a birth certificate that was lost at sea for 7 years, or maybe from 3 to 7 years. You may have been lost at sea. The Act of 1666, the Sestui Que Vi Act of 1666, Sestui Que Vi Act, Sestui Que. That's how you pronounce Sestui Que Vi. It's not Sestui, it's Sestui Que Vi. Trust. That's what it is. It's French. Sestui Que Vi. Not Sestui V. Sestui Que Vi. Let's get it right, because you got a lot of people pronouncing that wrong. But they know every fucking thing. And they'll tell you that you're da 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 da. But everybody moves at their own pace within this status correction. How are you status correcting? Are you presumed? Are they still presuming you and assuming that you're lost at sea? Are you correcting your status and rebutting the presumption that you are no longer lost at sea, meaning law, LAW, land, air, water? Are you still lost at the water because the water is sea? Are you lost in the air because the air can be considered as water, sea? The land is not considered air or water. It's land. It's physical land. So And what buildings stand on land? Courthouses. You do have some courthouses that are at maritime at the sea. Some boats, they have courthouses that are on a boat at sea down in Puerto Rico. For real, for real. So, you know, what have you done with your birth certificate? That's part of your status correction. What have you done with that birth certificate? You have to ask yourself, how many people have signed that birth certificate? You never signed it. Your mother never signed it. The only people that signed the birth certificate was the registrar. And who else signed it? The doctor who birthed you. Your mother never signed the birth certificate, people. She signed a document to release you from the hospital as she left. That was all she signed, was a release document. She never signed the birth certificate. And she was never given full disclosure that she had 3 to 7 years to claim you on the record. She never knew. So you really can't blame your mother. And if she did know, maybe she didn't have money to do it. you know, because, shit is crazy. A lot of shit out here is crazy, my people. Get down with this class that we got going on. Executorship is your true status correction. Call 407-300-5377. It's a 2-hour class, my people. The class is $75. It comes with all the templates. It comes with your bill and equity, and it also comes with all your laws. Call 407-300-5377. Stay one, stay up, stay strong, and we are going to be out in a minute, my people. Peace to the other people that's in the chat right now. Peace to everybody in the chat. Everybody, I want y'all to have a happy new year. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Do you, happy Kwanzaa, whatever y'all do. how you do, when you do. Stay up, stay strong, and I'm out, my people. I'm out.